there, my name's Kate, and the guy riding with me is the husband, Nigel. We ride Cube Stereo 140 full suspension e-bikes, but we're seniors. We don't do the high-level technical stuff, but we do like to ride off-road as much as possible. This is one of our routes, taking in quite a bit of Whinlatter Forest, but doing in the main just the forest trails. We also go up and over Ling Fell with some amazing views. So we're setting up here from the side of the A66 at a place called Wythop. Nice little car parking area, and we're right opposite Bassenthwaite Lake. And from here we're going straight up through that gate ahead into Forestry England and the Bridleway. So onto this nice forest track, big surface, going steadily uphill. This is rather nice, isn't it? You can certainly hear the noise of the A66 down below us. It's beautiful. We're just travelling alongside Bassenthwaite. So still a good surface, but it's just getting a little bit steeper. Not an issue for these bikes though. I love the bit of power. Beautiful. I'm just going to stop a minute now. Really lovely. As I look across Bassenthwaite Lake. Oh, puffing a bit. So this is mid-April. Probably one of the first fine spring days we've had. Thank goodness, a bit of blue sky. Up to the left there. How do? Gorgeous, isn't it, for a change? Takes you up towards Wythop Mill, the Sustan route. So now we've got a downhill section, followed by some uphill and some hairpin bends and some amazing views. Left up here, Nigel. But we're still on good forest tracks. Lovely morning, isn't it?
Yeah.
And previously we've seen vintage cars coming up this to the top. I'm really quite impressed because it's quite steep, quite windy. I mean, and these were the real old cars. So at this point we've come approximately 4 miles. So I'm thinking that must be Ling Fell ahead of us. Anyhow, at this point we're not going over there just yet. We've got another left wheel and a hill climb. Gaining height all the time. But I've said previously, the views are going to be worth it. So we're at the top here. Absolutely beautiful. I think you can see right out across to the Solway Firth as well.
Yeah.
So we're going to the right on this hairpin bend. That's where we're going. So we're now onto a single track path through gorse bushes. Quite pleased I've got my arms and legs covered. It's still a good surface. it. And from a bit of gravel onto grassland with, again, spectacular views onto Bassenthwaite and the Skiddaw range. It's so quiet. Right now, this will join the track, the bridleway that takes you down to Keswick and onto Wythop Mill. Now that's the footpath on the left, so that's what we're going to join down here and then join the bridleway. And we're now heading downhill for a while. A bit of mud, but what can we expect with all the rain we've had recently? How do? Ooh. Thank you so much. No problem. Cheers. Yeah, it's definitely a little bit muddier than when we rode it last time. I'm quite pleased I've got thick tyres. That's better. A little bit more stone incorporated in the surface. This is lovely. In summer, honestly, this is a lot drier and it's a lovely route. And through this gate we should be onto a better gravel surface, and then it cuts across some fields to Keswick. You have a little perch on the seat. Public bridleway to Wythop. It says 2 miles, but obviously the way we came, it was a lot longer than that. In fact, it was 6 miles. So from the farm at Keswick, we head off downhill on a tarmac road. Rather nice. Yeah, lovely. Getting the mud flicked back at me from my tyres. So just travelling along the base of Ling Fell, heading on tarmac to a bridleway that crosses across Ling Fell. So we have parking there at the base of the fell, and we're joining now a country lonin that takes us up to Wythop Mill. So we're turning left in Wythop Mill. So, roughly at 7.5 miles, just out of Wythop Mill, we're turning on the left here, a bridleway that takes us up Ling Fell. I think, if I remember rightly, it's called the Green Lonin. It's uphill slightly. Mainly it's a good gravel track. I've done it a number of times. And it's just a nice route across the bottom of Ling Fell. And just past the gateway of the field, it becomes a bit more grassy. And we'll soon be dropping down again. Still some amazing views there to the right, across towards the Solway Firth. That's it. Down to the farm here, out onto the country lonin, and we're on this tarmac country lonin for some distance. And at this point we've come 8 miles. And this country lonin is very much like an off-road bridleway anyhow. It's got grass in the middle, very few houses up here, so there's going to be very little traffic because it's a dead end, apart from the bridleway we used. So we're heading left in the general direction of Lorton. And so coming down to the junction, we're heading left for Lorton, but we're onto a main road just for a short distance. So sign for Lorton Church, we're taking a left. So into Low Lorton and turning left through to High Lorton. So unfortunately we've got a bit of tarmac now before we get through to where we enter Whinlatter Forest. But then from there it's all off-road, back to the car. And at this point we've done 10.5 miles. So in High Lorton we have a little shop. Apparently you can recharge your e-bike battery there. I presume that means you've got to carry your battery charger though. And we're going to go around to the right here. Signposted for Boone, Beck and Scales. Up out of the village and onto the Fell Road. Nice and quiet. So the pull out of High Lorton, uphill. It's maybe not that steep, but it just goes on and on. The worst part is I know it then drops back down. And then we enter Whinlatter Forest track itself, the forest track, and it's going to go back up. And at last we're going downhill. Heading down to meet the Whinlatter Pass Road. So the A5292 is what we're wanting. Back on ourselves. That's confused my display, saying what the heck is going on. You're going the wrong way here, Kate. So there's the road on the left that we've come along. Heading in the direction of Cockermouth, but we're not on this road for very long. At 14 miles, we have a turning on the right hand side. More climbing, Nigel. To a good surfaced gravel forest track at this point. According to my map, my display, we've got 6.2 miles left to go through the forest. Whew. And I think probably another third of that is going to be uphill. Now I've not done this particular bit. It takes us through to Lord's Seat and we've approached it from the other side, but not from this end. So it's a bit of an adventure for us. This is quite nice. Should be coming to a right turn soon. On the purple trail. I've done this bit before. Aye. a bit loose. I have, darling, don't panic. I'll do that. That's it. Back out onto the forest tracks. Right. Hi. So coming out the single track, we've now got a nice bit of downhill. Heading back towards the car. But we've still got a fair few miles to cover. Oh, and my brakes haven't stopped squeaking the whole ride. And out into beautiful sunshine and some amazing views. So, looking down onto Keswick with Derwent Water there to the right. And down from the vantage point, heading back to the car park. So we're looking down onto Bassenthwaite as we drop down towards Thornthwaite. And then left up this back lane. And then just here on the left we have got what I think are Beatrix Potter scenes carved into wood. So there's Peter Rabbit. And there's Mr. McGregor. There's Jemima Puddle Duck. So maybe half a mile or so along this back road to the A66, and as we come up to the junction with the A66 we're going to take a left and head off onto the old main road, disused, just a track now, which is perfect for us cyclists. And this takes us directly back to where we parked the car, and this is us. So we've come 22.5 miles today, and this is where I say ta-ra for now.